What a load of old shit.
Title of the episode. Hello everybody, welcome to Flash Talks, reacting to tonight's Europa League Matchday 3 game between Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce and Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. And I've titled it What a Load of Shit because that's exactly what it is. It's happened again. 3 games in, 3 draws. And there'll be people going, yay! We haven't lost. We're unbeaten in Europe this season. Oh, dear Lord. When am I going to come on here and do something positive towards United? It's not tonight. Right, but I am going to do it. I've made my list. I'm going to do the positives of tonight, followed by the negatives. Sometimes I do it the other way round, if there is any. There were a few. Straight into it, Andre Onana, man of the match for me. If he hadn't pulled off that incredible double save and some of the other bits he's done in the match, we would have lost tonight. Simple as. Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce were not amazing, but they looked more of a threat than we did. And Onana, he's had so many critics in the past, but he is coming good this season. Just got to say, even his post-match post-match comments. Can't bloody speak. It's time for bed. His post-match comments, you can hear the disappointment in his voice. They came for a win, in his words. We should be winning all of our games, and he's obviously a proven winner, and he wants to win, and that's the attitude he should have. Every player should have, and the manager should have. But the manager's come out tonight and said, Porto, Fenerbahce, we've got 2 good points away from home. It's just contradicting what his goalkeeper's just said. Oh my days. Right, okay, whatever. We're in Planet Cuckoo now. Christian Eriksen. What a goal that was. And what a player he's proven to be this season. I think he's now our top goal scorer. There's not many goals to go around, but he is our top goal scorer. And, you know, a lot of people saying he should have gone in the summer. He's proven everyone wrong. He is very much a vital part of this team. When he got selected all those weeks ago, and we all thought, oh shit, why has it gone with Eriksen? Nope, spot on. That's probably the best thing Ten Hag's done this season. Not through choice, I don't think, but bringing Eriksen into the fold. Eriksen has been an absolute true professional and just come good. Well done. Manuel Ugarte finally got an opportunity to start tonight because Bruno was, of course, banned tonight. And I'm not going to come on here and say he stole the show, but I think he had a very good performance in certain areas of the game, and that tackle out of nowhere in the box to stop them from scoring was just a thing of beauty. I could watch that all day long. That player was like, I'm in here, I'm going for goal. The guy comes out of nowhere. It's just beautiful. That reminded me of just old school United defending. Just, you're never going to let the team score. So he was alright tonight. Had no real issues with him, and he stepped up to the plate as much as he could. I'm not going to come here and say he was absolutely amazing. And you know me, I don't muck around. I don't do player agenda, don't do player FC crap. These players have got a lot to do to make me fall in love with football players again. They've let me down so much in the past. But Eriksen, he's got my flowers. He's just truly wonderful this season so far. Up there with him and Johnny Evans, for me, are my favourite players of the season. Two of the ageing players are my favourites. That tells you a bigger story, doesn't it? And my final positive, that's it, not many, I'm afraid. A point is better than none. Would you agree with me? Let me know in the comments. Is a point better than none? Of course it is. And part of me can say, oh, I can understand what the manager's going on about, but the other part of me says, no, we should be winning. And those loopy fans saying, "Whoa, we're undefeated." You got what you want tonight, and I don't know. I'm just a bit miffed. I had more fun tonight during the game, sort of being on various forums, chatting away and mucking about and doing things like that with other fans. Because that's kind of the vibe we've got, the level we've got to now, is we just enjoy bantering each other, making each other laugh, because the football we're watching is so shit. We just sort of accept that it's shit. I mean, we shouldn't have to accept that it's shit, and we just try and entertain each other. Right, so on to the big negatives. The biggest one of all, as you will have seen his face on the thumbnail for this video, where the fuck is Ahmad? Of course, he came on right at the very end when there was no time really left to do anything. Of course, a wonder goal can come up or anything like that, but what is going on? It's pretty damn fucking obvious that the manager doesn't trust him for whatever reason. Even if you go back a few weeks, he was picking him week in, week out, and he was a very good member of this team, if not the best player in the team at the time, and all of a sudden dropped. And just like, but why? He doesn't rate him, and the longer the manager's in charge, the more likely we're going to lose what I and a lot of this fan base think could be a real special player for the future. And I really hope we just don't fuck it up and let him go, because he looked pissed off at the end. If I'm his agent, I'm probably saying, January transfer window, let's get you out of here. Because it's just, and I wouldn't blame him. You'll get some fans that will go, oh, he's betrayed the club, blah blah blah. The guy's not being picked. What's the fucking point? Don't waste the talent. The talent is clearly there. Yeah, as I just said, I'm not the player. I don't do player FC agenda, but this is one player I can say he needs a fucking good chance. He just needs a good run out in this team. He'll probably end up playing in the Carabao Cup next week, but that's not enough. He needs to be week in, week out in the Premier League and Europa League, because he is that good. And I don't know why the manager's not seeing it. And to the biggest slap in the face to Ahmad was him choosing, well, firstly, having Mazraoui in the midfield as basically as the number 10, and Ahmad doesn't get in the starting lineup, and then time for substitutions. Who's he bring on? Fucking Anthony. Anthony, of all people. Anthony comes on. I was jokingly throughout the game saying to other fans, here he is, here's the GOAT. And then when he got injured, oh no, what we're going to do about our GOAT? I mean, that was a slap in the face. And then the only reason he got on the game was because Anthony got injured. Just whatever. Another big question I've got to say is, are we now in danger of going out of Europe again? I think it's getting there. So everyone looks at, we've got our next two fixtures are at home. We've got PAOK, PAOK, I don't know how you say it, and we have got who's the other one? They're actually doing quite well. I think they're definitely in the top part of the Europa League, top 8, I think. Bodo Glimt. I keep saying it out loud. I just keep going Bodo Glimt. I just think it's a really, really funny name. That's just my humour. But they are doing pretty well, and everyone just thinks, well, we're at home, we'll win them. Well, what about the first game with Twente? That didn't happen. So I do not have any hope, any faith. I mean, a lot of the fan forums, a lot of the YouTube channels have been saying what's more important, Europa League or the Premier League. At the fucking moment, we ain't prioritising either of these competitions. We're failing equally in both of them. We're in a miserable 12th or 13th or whatever it is in the Premier League, and in the Europa League we're sitting in 21st. Shocking, absolutely shocking. We could crash out of Europe altogether. I think we'll find a way of getting at least into the playoff section of this Europa League, which obviously is then more game time. On paper, you look at all the teams in this tournament, we should be saying Manchester United top 8 easy. It's not fucking easy. We're going to be fighting to get in these playoffs, or we're out. And in terms of the manager, I don't want to talk about the manager really, but I think that's what the owners would put it on. If he doesn't manage to get out of this European League into the next phase, he'll be gone. Hands down. It will be utterly humiliating to have not qualified through one of the easiest on paper looking Europa Leagues there's ever been. And yeah, side note, he's in the thumbnail. It was the Jose Mourinho show. It was all about Jose. Recently, obviously the cameras are always on Ten Hag because of the pressure he's under game after game. The pressure was there again tonight, of course, but we didn't really see him on camera. We saw Jose, the Jose show, in full flow. I have to say, I think he's looking a lot better now. There was a point where I thought he looks quite rough. He doesn't look... I think it was the Tottenham era. But no, he's tied himself up. It's a bit more classic Jose now, and he got himself sent off. But part of the game, watching Jose was more interesting than watching the actual game. That's the nature of it. Will he come back to the Premier League? Not sure. He's sort of talking the talk that he wants to come back, but don't know. Maybe that ship has sailed for him. So what next? Well, next up is West Ham United on Sunday. Rather annoyingly, it's not on Sky Sports, so a bit miffed by that one. But they are really struggling, West Ham, in the league this season. So I would hope we're going to go down to London and turn them over and embarrass them. And some people have been joking that it's El Sakiko on Sunday. I don't think we're anywhere near sacking our manager. I do think the ownership are going a different route this time, and I think we could go to West Ham and win. I do. I think we will go and win it, probably 2-0 or something like that. I just don't think West Ham are very good, but of course there could be a wounded animal ready to strike. They got absolutely thumped last week. They haven't had European football. We have. And as we have seen, the injuries are creeping up again. Bruno will be back in. A fresh Bruno might help. Because something's been wrong with Bruno, as I've said time and time again this season. Maybe he needed the break. Hopefully tonight helped. But we'll see. That is next. West Ham next. Then the Carabao Cup next week, which I'm really excited about because me and the lad are going up with the wife and my daughter to see the game under the floodlights at Old Trafford. Proper buzzing for it. Can't wait. So yeah, and then after that it's Chelsea on the Sunday at Old Trafford again in the league. So yeah, in terms of the Europa League, next up is, I think it's PAOK next, and then it's Bodo Glimt. It's so tricky. Every game we go into and say it's must win, and we don't win them. We just walk away with these draws. I don't know. All I know is I'm tired, and it was quite meh tonight. The last game was probably really exciting for the neutrals. Tonight started off that way, but I think it sort of drifted away the more we went deeper into the second half. Let me know what you guys think, and count the sighs. How many times did I sigh in this episode of Flash Talks? So I will speak to you all on the next video. That will be coming very soon. Oh, just a very quick thank you to you all. A bit more lively of me earlier on today, outside in the glorious sunshine. I did a video on the radio radars. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. My reaction to all the latest radio listing figures. It has now become my most successful video on this channel, so I'm really pleased with that, to have smashed well over 500 views. I'm really happy, and some new subscribers out of it. Thank you so much, everyone. It's really put a smile on my face today. I'm a very happy boy. It's just a shame my football team didn't go and do it for me tonight. Would have just topped it all off. But there you go. That's life. So thank you very much. Like the video. Please subscribe and share the content and comment. Not many content providers say this because they do live videos. I do some live videos, but I think my quality of my laptop camera isn't quite as good as my phone camera. Neither are that amazing, are they really? But yeah, get those comments in. Let me know what you thought. It was lovely to see a comment popping up on my radio video today. So I want some more comments. I want the interaction going. That's what it's all about. So it's not like I'm talking to the walls. I would love to get this as interactive as we possibly can, folks. Thanks all. I'll see you next time for another edition of The Pen Drops. The Pen's Dropped and Flash Talks over and out.